dad is a real sex machine.
The most memorable scene in Wolf of Wall Street might be the sequence in which Matthew McConaughey and Leonardo DiCaprio meet up for lunch in a restaurant and end up beating on one's chest. Believe it or not, this wasn't planned at all. Turns out, it's a funny warm-up ritual Matthew does to get ready for acting. In Guardians of the Galaxy, director James Gunn has confirmed that Chris Pratt really did drop the orb by accident, but stayed in character and finished the shot. It ended up becoming one of Peter Quill's most hilarious moments. In Independence Day, they filmed Will Smith dragging an alien across the salt flats of Utah. Nobody warned him of the horrible smell that sometimes comes from the Great Salt Lake due to billions of dead brine shrimp each year.
And what the hell is that smell?
The director found it funny and left it in. In Joker, the scene when Arthur punches the clocking machine on the wall was not in the script. Lee Gill, who plays Gary, stated in an interview that during one take, Joaquin Phoenix suddenly decided to make a joke about punching out, and then punch the machine clean off the wall.
Oh no, I forgot to punch out.
The creepy and lethal character played by Scarlett Johansson in Under the Skin lured and seduced men into her van. These men were not actors. They were filmed with hidden cameras and only told later about a movie being shot. In the scene in Kindergarten Cop, when Arnold Schwarzenegger asks children, "Who is your daddy and what does he do?" many of the young actors were not given lines, and instead are actually telling Arnold about their real father's job.
Our mom says that our dad is a real sex machine. My dad is a gynecologist and he looks at vaginas all day long.
In The Usual Suspects, when Redfoot flicks his cigarette into the face of McManus, it was originally intended to hit his chest. So McManus's reaction is Stephen Baldwin's real unscripted reaction.
Get the fuck off my dick.
Nope.
In A Knight's Tale, the scene in which Chaucer's speech to a crowd gets no reaction was actually a goof.
Behold, my Lord Ulrich, we walk in the garden of his turbulence.
Most of the extras were actually from the Czech Republic and didn't know English, so they didn't understand the signal to cheer. The director thought Mark Addy's improv was hilarious, so he kept it in. In Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince, Ron Weasley falling off the couch wasn't in the script. However, the director found it hilarious and decided to keep it in. While filming End of Watch, Officer Brian Taylor flashes a Code 4 signal at a helicopter. This wasn't scripted and was an actual LAPD flight unit coming to check out the scene. Code 4 means no further assistance needed. In Star Wars The Force Awakens, Han drops his parka on the floor when he arrives at Starkiller Base. When he leaves, Chewbacca hands it back to him, and he reacts with confusion. The part was improvised by Chewbacca's actor Juna Suotamo, who went off-script confusing Harrison Ford. While filming Mystery Men, a crew member on the set threw a disposable lighter into a trash can, unaware that it was a prop that would later be set on fire. The lighter exploded during a take, resulting in a sudden burst of flame behind Paul Rubin, who then improvised the now famous line, "Excuse me."
Excuse me.
In one of the bedroom scenes in This Is 40, Paul Rudd's farts were real. The crew were not amused by this, but Leslie Mann stayed in the moment and improvised her outraged reaction.
What is she doing? Don't fart in the bed.
I'm not. It's the springs.
This is why we never have sex.
In the movie The Evil Dead, a happy accident occurs when Ash is burying his demonic girlfriend. When dropping dirt on the camera, part of his head is still visible. This wasn't intended to happen. In the Lego movie, the line, "I'm not going to remember" by Vitruvius was actually an outtake of Morgan Freeman, getting frustrated with his lines being changed, which the directors added in as a joke.
Vitruvius!
All right, you gotta write all that down because I'm not gonna remember any of it, but here we go.
Fun fact, Vitruvius is blind. Writing it down will be of zero help to him. In The Birdcage, Robin Williams' slip and fall during the shrimp scene was not planned. He genuinely fell, causing other actors to struggle to hold back their laughter.
It's okay. We're all right. What are you standing there for? Go! Go! She'll be here in a minute. Go! Damn it! Fuck the shrimp!
In Scrooged, Bill Murray falling over his way out to the restaurant was not scripted. He slipped on the water he had just thrown on the waiter moments before. In the movie adaptation of Lord of the Rings, there's a humorous scene where Gandalf bumps his head on the doorframe entering Bilbo's hobbit hole. The fact that he hitting his head wasn't written into the script, but Ian McKellen played it off so well, made Peter Jackson decide to keep it in. In Star Trek IV, The Voyage Home, when Yura and Chekhov ask about nuclear vessels, the woman who answers wasn't an actor. She discovered that her car had been impounded due to the movie shoot. She got herself hired as an extra and added a line so that they'd have to pay for her towing.
Ooh, I don't know if I know the answer to that. I think it's across the bay, in Alameda.
In Dazed and Confused, when Matthew said, "Watch the leather, man," and starts laughing, he was high for real. He recently talked about it in a Howard Stern interview. In Die Hard, the scene where Yuli pockets a candy bar was improvised by actor and stuntman Al Leon. Writer Steven D'Souza said, "That assured him a longer life. I was killing somebody every 8 or 10 pages, but that moment made him interesting. He's one of the last guys to die." In The Sound of Music, Julie Andrews accidentally tripped during the musical number I Have Confidence. The director kept it in because he thought that it added to her character.
Can you talk? Can you tell me what's going on?
In Captain Phillips, the medic in the infirmary scene was a real Navy medic, Danielle Albert. The director told her to treat Tom Hanks like it was a regular military exercise. The whole sequence was unscripted and improvised.
I need you to calm down. I need you to breathe. There you go. Deep breaths. There you go.
Dustin Hoffman farted for real in the phone booth in Rain Man. It wasn't scripted, and his and Tom Cruise's reactions were genuine.
Fart.
Did you fucking fart?
Fart.
During a scene from Buster Keaton's 3 Ages, he attempts to leap from one building to the next, but misses. The miss was not intentional, but he thought the miss was funnier, so he designed the rest of the gag around the mistake. Near the end of the film Gettysburg, hundreds of Confederate reenactors spontaneously mobbed Martin Sheen playing General Lee to show their appreciation. Sheen stayed completely in character, and the resulting scene was included in the final film. No animals were hurt in the making of The Revenant, except for when Leo kicked that horse in the face.